So, welcome back. Today's episode is going to be about setting smart goals. See, right now when I'm recording this, we're at the beginning of the month. So now is a time to take a short amount of time and revisit your goals. So, have you created a goal for this month? You just finished last month. So how did you finish last month? Did you leave anything on the table that you need to add to the list for this month? So when we talk about goal setting, we want to make sure that you are setting smart goals. Now, I know what you're saying, Joel, that doesn't make any sense. Of course we want smart goals. We don't want dumb goals. But SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, real, and time. So I'm going to go over these with you today. So make sure that you're taking notes and see if you can apply your goal setting to this format. So a SMART goal has to be specific. See, your brain doesn't want vague information. It wants specific information. It wants specific directive. An easy example for this is think about Google. If you just typed into Google, "I'm looking for something," what kind of answer do you think you would get? You would probably get the most vague answer ever. So if your goal is vague and the way that you speak to yourself about the goal being vague, you are going to get vague results. You have to be very specific in what it is you're trying to accomplish. So for your business, for instance, we talk about for and a friend. You want to accomplish that by the end of the month. That gives you a defined goal that your brain understands, and now it can unlock the path to getting that. The second part is measurable. You need a starting point and a destination. See, if you have a starting point, you know when you're beginning. If you have a destination, you know what the end point in mind is for your goal. So today, take a look as your starting point. Then work backwards from your destination so that you know how to achieve that goal. See, we talk about this all the time with Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. They begin with the end in mind. So if you know you start today and you know the end of the month is your end point, now work backwards to see what you need to do to accomplish what you're doing with your business. So for your for and a friend, you know that if you have 4 weeks, you need to get one person to join as a customer every single week to hit your goal. And in there, you just need to have one person decide to do the business with you. That's it. So now you have a measurable outcome for your goal, and now you've worked backwards on that path. Next is it achievable? So you have to ask yourself, is it out of reach or is it close enough that I have to do some sort of work to reach it? So if for you, for and a friend is easy, maybe you should narrow that down and do for and a friend per week. So if what you have decided to be your goal is too within reach, it's not stretching you, you're not growing, you're just going to coast along and easily get minimal results when you could actually be maximizing your results by maximizing your efforts. So today, take a look at your goal and put it into the achievable category. Is it something that is easily achievable for you, or is it something that's just right outside of your reach? Now, on the other side of that, is it so far out of your reach that it feels like it's impossible, that you'll never be able to reach it? If that's the case, scale it back until it's right at the point where you know that you will be able to get it, but it's going to be a stretch for you to get it. Because you don't want to not attain something, because if you do that multiple months in a row, you will cause frustration. You will have the frustration gap, which is the difference between where you are and where you want is too far apart that you'll have this gap in the middle where you're stuck constantly. So if your goal is consistently out of reach, take it down a notch so that you can hit it, have a win, and get the ball rolling in momentum. Next up is real. Is your goal real? Now, what does that mean? Well, think about it. Is your goal really your goal or is it someone else's goal? See, that's an important thing to understand, because if you are constantly doing something for somebody else's reasons, you will quit way faster than if it's your why. You know, we talk about this all the time. Your why is what motivates you and keeps you on path to go towards your goals and dreams. So, is your goal really your goal? Is your dream really your dream? Or is it something that somebody else put out there for you? Now, the most power is when you can combine it with something that is real for you. But for some of us, take Stephanie and I as an example, we see greatness in you. So when we start looking at goals, and the things that we help you with is we see things in you that you don't exactly see. So for us, our job is to help you understand that the goal that we set for you, the goal that we see for you, is really your goal, because of the fact that we see the things within you that you may not see in yourself. So when you're looking at that, make sure that you are comparing the reason why your goal is your goal if somebody else has a bigger goal for you. If they both line up, then start understanding why your leader or your mentor has a stretch goal for you, has a bigger goal for you. Is it because they see something within you that you don't see within yourself? Do you not see yourself as worthy enough of hitting that bigger goal? So you set the goal for yourself lower. So today, look and see if your goal is really your goal and go for it. And then lastly, time. Guys, it has to have an end date. Why? Because if you have no end date, if you have no completion date, you will just go on and on and on and on and on. You know, they've done studies where they've showed that when kids are given an exact timeline to do a project, they will get the project done within that timeline. If they don't have a timeline and they just let it go, they never actually end up completing the task because they think that they can just get it done whenever. Also, with time, it causes you to have focused effort. So going back to that study, when the kids realized that they had a short amount of time to get it done in, they got it done within that timeline. With those who didn't, it just went on forever. Now, you may know this from going back to school and doing your exams and studying and cramming for exams, that most people also delay on that timeline because they think that they don't need all the time necessary to get it done. So they wait until the last minute and then they cram. This is what we call month-end madness in our business. You're running along for the first 3 weeks of the month, doing a little bit of work here, a little bit of work there, and then you get to the end of the month and you realize how close you are to your promotion. And then you cram all of this effort and all of this work in on the last few days of the month trying to get to that promotion, where if you took the time right now to compound your time and your efforts, your end of the month would be more coherent, more flowy, less stress. You would have a greater opportunity to hit your promotion by doing the work sooner rather than putting it off to the end. So, guys, success is the realization that your goal is benefiting not only yourself, but your others. Because when you have a goal, it should pass a win-win test. It's a win for you and it's a win for other people. That's why we love this business model so much. With network marketing, it's a you win, I win situation. I can't win any more unless I help you win. I can't have more success until I have your success. I can't make more money unless I help you make more money. It's a great win-win business. And that is how you should look at setting up your goals. So right now, take a look and see who on your team could you help win this month. Now, are you looking at setting goals with them and for them? And then conversely, do those match and go along with your work? Because now all of a sudden you are compounding goals to create greater effort and greater momentum and greater results for not only you, but for those on your team. So to recap, guys, you need to start making SMART goals today. They need to be specific, measurable, achievable. They need to be real. They need to be in a timeline. And the sixth, not shown on there, is that they need to pass a win-win test for you and your team. Guys, go out today, make some SMART goals with you and your team. Make it an amazing day, and I hope your day is as awesome as you are. See ya.